What is Glitch's build? Breaching shot and evasion. Although I am dubious about the evasion element of that. It probably should be bulwark. Alright, no structure damage. Good. 2400 experience for everybody. Griffin, Thunderbolt, Cataphract. Can you get a Thunderbolt finish to start on the Cataphract again? Which I wasn't that excited about. Apparently I could finish the Griffin and finish Thunderbolt for sale purposes. That would be reasonable. Any sort of equipment that doesn't suck ass. There's a stability damage PPC. That would be the second one if we ever wanted to build PPC boats. It's a shitty rangefinder again. Do you guys remember if I rolled on the PPC last time or not? Did I get it or did I not get it? I don't really want to build a PPC boat. Did not get it last time. Thank you. I don't really want one. I think the LRMs plus the autocannons are doing everything I could want with the PPC except better. I don't think I'm going for that. I think I'm going to finish the Thunderbolt out. Finish the Griffin or start grabbing the Cataphract. Cataphract's a 70-ton mech. It's going to sell well. I think I'm going to finish the Griffin up. Are these right type of Thunderbolts, the 5S's? They are. Alright, Griffin, Thunderbolt. PPC plus the accuracy one though, not the knockdown one. Alright. Is called shot mastery good? Yes. What do called shot perks do in tactics? They give you better hit percentage on called shots. It looks like about 20% per. Like I think I had like a 90% with glitch on one of the shots that we took last time on our like the down torso shot. Torso's easiest to hit anyways, but getting up to 90 is crazy talk. Yeah, I mean I think everyone knows that it gives better for that ability, but everyone's asking by how much.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Alright. Let's take a look at the mech warriors. Behemoth.
Standing by.
Experience. A little bit of accuracy is not going to hurt me. I'm going for the overheat threshold, so we'll hang on.
Commander.
Decker's off of his enforced
Waiting for orders.
rest time. Glitch over here with 10k. Which I think is supposed to be for this, right? Minus minimum range, minus indirect fire penalty. Doesn't help us at all. I can't remember what this next one is. The next called shot bonus is what we're going for, right? Yeah. So we'll hold on to that experience for now.
Waiting for orders.
Skyros. Just leveled up again. We're heading for Tactician. Another indirect fire penalty is great.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And Slammer.
Ready for orders.
3500 here. A little bit of accuracy or head straight for the overheat penalty. Both so good. Called shot penalty is good too. I think I'm going to hold on. Okay. Do you know the base value of Obliza for call shot? Because it might be a modifier of regular accuracy. Anyways, okay, I need a quick break here. You take care of a quick phone call. Take me about 5 minutes probably, and then we're going to fit our next generation of mechs as we travel. Let's just double check that there's no contracts available. So if you have fitting ideas you want to see me check out potentially, or things you want to suggest to me, I'm certainly open to hearing it. We've got quite a few mechs that are available. We've got that cataphract, which I'm probably going to refit on the fly. We've got the catapult's done. We've got our second Highlander to reset, to redo. I think we picked up another Thunderbolt. So I think we have 2 Thunderbolts now that could be refit, as well as 2 quick draws and a dragon that we haven't really decided what we want to do with. So, all right, guys, I'll be back in about, as I said, about 3 or 4 minutes probably. Just gotta make a very quick phone call during business hours that I won't be able to get to otherwise. So. All right, mission successful. Let's take a look. So we were looking to slightly tweak Glitch's autocannon boat here. This is one of the ones that's kind of high priority for me, because it's not doing quite what I want yet. It's doing very close to what I want. It's very powerful. It's not quite what I want yet. So I mean, we could definitely give her another double heatsink. Yes, Seagull Gaming. I'm very aware. So the ammo's good. The autocannons are good. 2 things we wanted were a second way to knock somebody down and more heat sinking, right? So let's pull these medium lasers, I think. Let's look at the missile system first. I don't even care really how big it is. We've got 3 tons to work with. And we're arguably going to throw in a minute, we're going to throw in that other double heatsink we have in here. Because these weigh the same, right? Yeah, let's take more slots. I don't think I want 2 SRM6s. I mean, maybe, because she's got multi-targeting. It is helpful for the person with multi-targeting to be the person who does the last little bit of stability damage. I almost want to put an LRM on there, like an LRM 2 or something, or LRM 5. What does an LRM 5 cost me? Because it's indirect fire, I can be anywhere. I don't really care about the range. I don't really care how many hit. I do care about the heat. That's an LRM-15. What's an LRM-5 look like? 6 heat. What's an SRM, like a small SRM look like? SRM-4 or SRM? SRM-4 is 8 heat. SRM-6 is 14. SRM-2 is 6 as well. Finally a reason for multiple weapon systems. So either way, I have to pay 1 for the ammo in terms of weight and whatever the launcher costs me. And the SRM-2 launcher cost me 1 tonnage. The SRM-4 cost me 2 tonnage. And the SRM, or the LRM-5 cost me 2 tonnage.
131. Expected approach time. 1-8.
Got it. That's a 1-8.
No, guys, I don't have 3 tons to work with. I have 2 tons to work with, right? Well, no, actually, maybe not. So let's look at this. So if I pull that other heatsink back on, because we're running too hot. So it leaves me 3 tons to work with. I really like the jump jets. We have 3 on. It's too bad I left a 4th for the little bit extra range. Did we pick up any extra autocannon upgrades too while I was looking at this? Any other AC-20 upgrades? A lot of named autocannons or special autocannons, but nothing amazing. So what weapon system? Do we want the flexibility of the LRM or the damage of the SRM? I almost want to put on another fucking heatsink too. 2 minimum distance is no minimum distance bonus, is that right? It's not quite as good for our alpha strike on the center torso. I mean, we just pulled 75 alpha off. I could put a small SRM. I mean, we only want this for the knockback. I could put an SRM-2 on. Well, what's the alpha on a... Let's say I want the other route. What if I want an SRM-6? Can't be that. SRM-4? So this is 12 4s. For 12 4s for damage? Seriously? That's 48 fucking damage? Jesus. Even that's 32. So that's... Oh, but the damage I'm pulling off is 75. So this is the minimal amount of exchange. So I only basically lose 1 medium laser doing this, and I get 1 extra relevant pushback. Kind of like that exchange. A lot of fucking ammo on my legs. Am I comfortable with that? That's pretty sick. So we managed to upgrade our heat dissipation by 3. We drop our heat usage from 30 to +8. So we drop it by 22. We only lost damage. We only lost 27 damage. So on our alpha strike. So we lost 1 medium laser's worth of damage. We got a 3rd way to knock people down. I really like this. Question: how much heat am I actually using now? The problem is I don't know how much a jump jet costs me in heat. Does anyone have that stat somewhere? That would be super helpful because I am jumping every single round on her. I could mount the SRM on the arm. It has more accuracy that way. Although it's an expensive arm, if if I lose it. Jump jet is 1 heat per hex moved. It's useful information. So we'll call it on average like 5 probably for this guy. Wait, what do you mean well 3? Is it 3 heat per move or 1 per move? Does the tooltip for the jump jet show it? I don't think so. Per hex. Okay, let's say it cost me 3 per hex. Let's say, I don't know about 3 per hex. Let's say it cost me 10 heat. Let's say it cost me 10 heat a round. So the autocannons are running, that's 50 heat. So it's 60 heat per round right now before the SRMs. Put that up to 68 per round. Our heat sink capacity, this is 6 times 5 is 30, plus another 30, means we're gaining 8 per round. That's a pretty good shelf life on how long we can fight. Might even be overkill. We can check it like this though. That seems decent. I don't know if I want the SRM on the arm or not. I can't replace this SRM. It's pretty crazy tech. And if the fight gets bad, I'm gonna want to do things like tank with my arm. I won't be using SRMs all the time. I probably will be using SRMs all the time. It depends if I go LRM or SRM here. Like I'm gonna miss this salvo damage if I. The fact I can alpha a torso with a precision shot versus multi-splitting makes me want to keep the SRMs. God, I'm so torn on the SRM versus LRM. Like, so torn. This is the first time I've ever really wanted an LRM, a mixed weapon system. Can you summarize for me, Avocado? I'll get messed up by minimum range. I don't think I will. Minimum range on an LRM is 180. We'll go down to 90, and the goal again. So, because we have tactics high on her, so that will bring it down to 90. And the goal for the LRM again is stability damage. So torn right now. So torn. I guess we try it and see how many times. Let's go with the SRM first. We'll err on the side of alpha damage. I don't know where I want to put this SRM ammo. I don't really like 3 pieces of ammo on a leg. You do center torso for ammo? You're a crazy man, Obliza. If you get crit, and you can get crit while you're still in armor, if you get crit, I'm pretty sure you can get crit while you're still in armor. If you get crit, your ammo explodes and it does a fuck ton of damage. Yeah, I don't need more than 1 piece of ammo. I ammo explode my enemies all of the time. I gotta watch now to see if it's during anything. Okay, do I want it on the arm? No, I don't want it on the arm. We're gonna put it on the leg still. Okay, you can only get crit when the ammo is gone. So you mean the armor is gone? Can't get crit if you still have a point of armor left on that section. That is a fairly good argument for SRM ammo in the torso then.
All mech warriors to the habitation ring for a mandatory hygiene check. Repeat, all mech warriors to the habitation ring.
Okay. Alright. Does the accuracy for SRM and the arm help me precision salvo? Yeah, it does. It's +1 accuracy on the SRM. I know, I go back and forth on that too. Round and round and round and round we go. Alright, let's try this. I mean, we already have the AC-20s that are irreplaceable in the other arm. Alright, 3 days, not bad.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
I want that ready to go. Probably first. It's my favorite mech. Okay. Alright, so let's take our next mission contract. So in priority mission to where? Weldry. Alright, let's get going. 25-day move. It's a long time.
Bio command.
We're gonna have a lot of mech refitting, which is fun. Good. Forgot to rename it. Thanks. We'll do that soon.
Docking sequence commencing.
There are other SRM refits I want to get to, but I want to get the catapult out, or whatever the fuck this thing is. Orion, I think it was. The caliber, I believe. Sophistry. I think AC-20 like launches a car at you or something for like size comparison. Alright, I'm not okay with the mech facility wasting time on this dragon, so we need to pause as soon as we can. Okay. So ship upgrade in 1 day. We're gonna have to pay people in a couple days too. That's fine. Let's take a look at our base. So we've got our Orion running there. Let's upgrade our Highlander. The name is slightly different. It's no longer 3 SMLs, it's 6 SRM. Jump jet, it's no longer very hot either, too. This is running 50, right? And that's running 58. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Oh, it's not the other way. It's 6 5s is 30. So we're running 60. So hypothetically, it's cold 2. It isn't cold 2, but it might be close. Let's see how that actually is. Oh, small, medium. SRM. Thank you. Short-range missile. That's what I'm trying to say with that. Okay. Okay. We've got other cool things to check out. We've got another Highlander that we want to refit probably anyways because we want to be able to bring heavier mechs on our missions. That's probably worth taking some time to mess around with. It's the same. It's a different variant. That's the 732B. This is a 733P. That's exciting. Maybe we could do something different with it. It's an assault mech. I'm not loving the initiative reduction of assault mechs. It's kind of painful to work with. And it doesn't have any of that sweet double heatsink tech, which I really like. We could mount double PPCs on its arms. It could be PPC oriented, but with fucking 80 heat. Like, I don't see how we're gonna do that. I mean, these are like twice as heat intensive as the autocannons. Is this just a worse variant? This variant? It kind of looks like it. Thank you, Hammy Show. Certainly we're noticing the heat generation off those. So I don't want any more. The medium lasers are falling off in effectiveness because the best things the medium lasers could do is jump behind your opponent and then dump a fuck ton of damage into their chest, in the back of their chest. That's no longer alpha striking people. It's harder to get into range.
A new subscriber arrives. It fills you with determination.
The Blue Lagoon. Thank you for the sub. Welcome to the channel. But as I was saying, it seems to be much harder to get into range on the medium lasers from the back, and medium lasers from the front, if you have a large enough volley, are okay, but they're also not great range weapon. It might be time to play with some slightly more medium ranged things, because I don't really consider a medium laser to be medium range. It's kind of point blank. But I don't know what I want to do with this. This loadout, there are 3 missile launchers. Clearly we could go a heavier, this could be a heavier LRM boat, which isn't terrible. I mean, if I look at it that way, what can we actually get weight-wise? So, I mean, it easily runs 3 LRMs. Oh, we could run Gauss on it, too. Yeah. Forgot we had a... Sorry, it's supposed to rhyme with house. Gauss. Yeah, okay. Oh, we don't have a mount for that though. There's no ballistic weapon mount on here. I doubt I'd be running this on. I mean, question is, I need frontline brawlers. They're absolutely mandatory for everything. And the frontline brawlers seem to be better as heavy mechs than assault mechs because of the way the turn order works. It lets me actually be a little bit more flexible. What about large lasers? I think large lasers are pretty trash. Maybe let's take a look. This is, should be looking at that. 40 damage for 30 heat. It's pretty poor heat efficiency. I guess I could go look up my spreadsheet. Actually, look at that. This is what BB spread, right? No, it's not BB. This is BT. All right. What was the heat efficiency of large lasers? So damage per heat. Large laser is the worst damage per heat in the game besides a PPC. So let me give you guys some comparisons right now. Damage per heat for a PPC is 1.25 damage per heat. Damage per heat for an LRM 20 is 4.4. So, and damage per heat for something like anything else, like SRM 4s are around 4, ACs are around 4 to 5, depending on what you look at. The lasers and energy weapons in general are really bad damage per heat. So we need to be getting something value. And the other problem with large lasers is they require line of sight. Like, so LRMs don't require line of sight, have a knockback ability or a knockdown ability, and are way more efficient damage for heat. So things seem to have a lot of laser mounts, and that's fine, but that doesn't really suggest a long range weapon to me. That suggests a close range weapon. So I don't know. I don't quite know what we're going to do with that. I mean, we could maybe run 1 PPC. Optimal 360. That's even lower optimal than... Yeah, I don't like that either. I don't like how I have to be closer using a PPC than I do with an LRM. LRM 60 is a whole lot of LRMs. It is. We could try an ultra heavy, an assault version of whatever our missile boat is. I wish it actually had another launcher or 2. I wonder if any of the other assaults have more than 3 launchers. Because 3 is... We can almost get 3... We can get 3 LR-15s on another one here. We could use the weight for heat sinks. Can we? So, okay, let's pretend we went that route. So this is interesting. We can fit those. So we can make this 60 LRMs, which is, you know, quite a, that's, you know, the best we can do prior to this is 45. So that's a pretty significant amount of LRMs. Stalker has 4. See, that would be good. But let's say we wanted to do like long-range lasers. PPCs are the worst, but they have some knockbacks. There's some utility as well. I think I would prefer PPCs to lasers, and they have the indirect fire thing. So let's say we wanted to load up on PPCs. How far could we get? we could run 4 PPCs on this. The heat generated from this is 120 a round, right? If I spent all of the rest of this, and we definitely have to have jump jets on something that is this slow and requires line of sight. There's no way we can get away with no jump jets. You put the fucking jump jet on? Oh, we only have 3. Never mind. Fine. And then, what would we do for heat sinks? We would run 9 heat sinks, and it wouldn't make any difference whatsoever. Fucking game. Put it in the slot. So, if I ran this is essentially 10 heat sinks, right? So we have 1 double. So that's going to vent 30 heat. So we vent 60 and we generate 120. We're going to overheat in like 2 rounds. That's not exciting. What if we went SRM Brawler? With like medium laser. What if we made this the largest Kintaro we've ever seen? Can we do that? Again, I'm just looking at weight. I know I have better SRMs. PPCs can be used in close range if they don't generate too much heat. Let's see what that would look like to max out the armor. We're starting to run 95 in the back. That's not even bad. This would require, let's not forget our missile weight. Probably at least 3, but let's say 2. Let's say we went real cheap on ammo. Absolutely have to have jump jets. There's no way to move around. Alright, so this is where we're looking at about 20 tons still of, we could run medium lasers here. I mean, I was just talking about how I don't really think the assaults do quite as well as medium laser boats, but let's say we did. What would we get? So this is all of our weapon hard points. We're about 20 tons shy. Haven't put heat sinks in. Let's think about what we want for heat neutral here. This is 14 threes, right? So it's 28 is 42. 42 and 40 is 82 heat. We might be able to approach 82 heat. So it's 52 heat after the 30 reduction. What is 52 over 3? Looking at 17 heat sinks to be heat neutral before jump jets, and we'll probably be jump jetting every single time. I think we had about 17 tons of weight left, didn't we? This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes. Oh yeah, we have small lasers available too. Good call. Although I much preferred machine guns to small lasers. Out of small lasers. I think I prefer machine guns. What are we missing, supposedly? We're underweight still. So can pump up its back armor. What's the weight on a PPC? 7. Add some more SRM ammo. We could add a little bit more SRM ammo. We don't really need more SRM ammo, but we could. So, what is the alpha on this? 40 with the lasers. And these are doing 48 apiece. That's 150 basically. 150 minus 6, so 144. And then 180, and these are another 100. So it's 244 alpha before machine guns. It's just so fucking slow is the problem. Does the Highlander hit very hard for punching? Could put a arm actuator on it. Highlander does 115 punch damage. It's pretty good actually for punch damage. How important do I think jump jets are on a very close range weapons boat? Essential. Especially the larger the mech, like literally essential. Is this worth using? I also worry. I worry about its initiative order, which is going to be last every single fucking time. Even when it's piloted by one of the guys who bumps it up in initiative, it's still super slow. I would like to go ahead of their heavies, ideally. The answer to your question, Hammy, shows nothing. No, this amount of heat sinks is appropriate for something like this. Means we could fire every turn. I mean, what the hell is the point of something like this big doing short range weapons if we're not firing every turn? Could put in some more heat sinks too, just for shits and giggles. So I think you're right. I think if I did it like this, and I'm not saying I'm going to, but if I did it like this, I think I would put in another SRM ammo. And we just go under tonnage here. Oh, SRM, thanks. I'd put some LRN ammo in there as well, citizen, just to wave my fist at the world. Because I can. I mean, the alternative is to... What's the LRM minimum range? I'm just not that excited about medium lasers at this stage in the game. I don't have a reinforced cockpit remaining, or I would. Yeah, he doesn't feel like a very good brawler, does he? This works, but it's not that exciting. I mean, he does have 3 support slots, which is nice. He has a mix of laser and missile systems. I found a couple no, I haven't found any pulse lasers. We had some in some of the fights where we're given ancient mechs or whatever the fuck they're supposed to be. I don't think I like that build enough to use it. I don't like the mobility of it. I like the back armor being high enough that I could actually jump behind people and try to alpha them, but that's very unreliable. And it puts me in such a shitty position versus everything else. So if we did something different then, it would probably be the missiles with a mix of PPCs and LRMs. Like, what can we get for a mix of those? So we run LRMs, as many LRMs as we can get. So we had a lot of weight left over after the LRMs, right? No, we didn't. Not once we armor it up. What if we don't armor it up?